and welcome to Live in the Solution. I'm Mary Trimble with your readings for June the 10th through June the 17th. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm feeling great. That was just a little tickle in my throat. Thank you all for all of those who got readings with me on Instant Go. I had a great time. You know, it's a perfect way to ask me, a question. I happened to be up late. Somebody asked me a question at like 11 p.m. and I was able to answer them. So it's great. Also, please join me on Patreon. It's another way of promoting me. Check that out. I believe, I always get this wrong. So I said I'm going to remember, but I don't know if it's this side or this side. Anyway, at the beginning of me reading, these are for your sun, moon, and rising signs. So please, if you want a personal reading, you can find that information in the show more section below. All the other links to the other videos will be below also, so don't forget that. Now, if you haven't been here before, welcome. I'm so happy that you join me, and I really hope you'll come back. Please don't forget to like my videos, share them on your social media, comment, I read every comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you're coming back, I love you guys. I think it's wonderful that you come back, and I really, really appreciate you. So thank you. Thank you for always liking, always commenting. There's a core group that always do that, and you keep me on point. You keep me coming back to do this. So now let's go to the astrology report for the week. Now on the 12th, Mercury moves into Cancer. This can kind of be kind of emotionally intense. It can emotionally intensify our thought process. So we may kind of think of things a little biased, and be careful not to take things personally at this time. Be aware of that. On the 13th, we have the new moon in Gemini. Now the new moon is about intentions, right? Writing your intentions down. We're probably going to feel a little antsy. We've come out of kind of the spring, the winter, now we're in summer. It's like we're raring to go, right? So this is a good time for a trip. We're going to want change. We want newness. We want change. So it's a good time to take a trip or, plan a trip. Now on the same day, Venus moves into Leo. Darling, we might be feeling a little theatrical. Maybe we want to express ourselves in a theatrical way. Maybe we want to wear color. We want to stand out. We want to look beautiful. And, how we want to present ourselves to the world. I'm laughing because I'm going to a 1920s party and it's going to be very theatrical. Not that I'm not theatrical anyway, with the Leo rising. So then on the 14th, Venus squares Uranus. This is kind of an awkward, socially awkward time. I definitely wouldn't plan any kind of romantic date or get together. I think the 14th is a good day to do something spiritual, maybe some alone time, some me time, pampering yourself or meditating is a perfect thing to do on this day. So that's it for the astrological report. Let's go to your reading, shall we? Hello, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is your reading for June the 11th through June the 17th. I was saying June the 10th, but it's June the 11th, Monday. Okay, the first card out for you guys is the Wheel of Fortune. Darling, the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your direction. I really like the imagery on here. Now, so clarifying it is the Ace of Wands, or Rods, as it says in this deck. I get the feeling that perhaps the Wheel of Fortune, it's funny because the Wheel of Fortune is 10, right? 10 is an end, but it's also a beginning. So this is like it's turning in your direction. It's the end of a difficult time, and now this is turning in your direction. Now this is the Ace of Rods. It could be, it's an opportunity that's going to come up that's going to change your life in a really good way, a positive way. Now this could be a brilliant idea, a business idea. It could be somebody has given you this idea. See, this is like the spark of this is the spark of a huge, it's how a fire starts. A passionate big fire starts with the spark, right? So that's why I feel like it's an idea that you're, or a project that you've been thinking about and that you're starting. It's definitely the beginning of something. And you've got the Page of Wands, which is, you know, good news, right? This is a messenger, and he's, you know, he delivers messages, and it's almost like there's an opportunity there. It's definitely passion. Wands means fire and passion. This is also, it's like you've kind of worked hard to where you've got, right? And you've learnt what you can about it. You're not quite an expert. However, you are ready to move on to the next plane, to the next stage, to the next level. You are ready to move up the ladder and to move on. And darling, you've got 3 cards clarifying that one card. First of all, you have the Ace of Cups, which is a gift from God, from the universe, darling. My cup floweth over. This can be love, but I'm getting that this is really an opportunity. This is the gift of sight too, you know, intuition and psychic ability. This can be a spiritual gift because they're giving you this, and this is a start of something really wonderful. Look, then you've after the Ace of Cups, right? You've got the 8 of Rods, which is fast energy moving in. Things are happening. This energy is coming in like wonderful things are happening really fast. And then you've got the 4 of Rods. This is all passion and heat and fire, and this is celebration. You've got celebration, right? So this is about, wow. This is so, you're so happy, you're so excited, you're so passionate, so many wonderful things are happening. It's almost like you don't know what to do, right? Which brings us to the next card, which is the 10 of Wands. You have to be very, very careful not to take on too much, darling, because you'll get, you know, it's like, you'll take it on, you're like, yes, 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 and then it's all too much for you. So this sometimes is like, know your limitations, right? Understand, be really honest with yourself, how much you can deliver, what you can do. You know, this is a card where you've got to ask for help or you've got to delegate. You've got to drop, look, that's holding him back. He can't move forward because that's so heavy. The burden of responsibility is so heavy on his. It's like he's carrying the world on his shoulders, right? And clarifying it is the 2 of Pentacles, which is balance, darling. You've got to balance. You've got to drop some of that stuff so that you can move forward, because you've got some incredible things and opportunities happen. But if you take on too much, you'll kind of screw it up. Do you know what I mean? It's like you'll take on too much, then you can't deliver, and then it won't be good for you. So it's very important that you're honest with you and don't take on too much, because you're going to want to with this energy coming in, right? You're going to really, there's so much happening. You want to go, yes, 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 yes. You know, become the master, what's the word? Multitasker, the master multitasker. This is about being focused. I always say that this is about being focused because you've got to really balance out your life, right? With your work life, your home life, your family. Everything's got to be in balance. You've got to be really focused, because if you're not focused, then you drop the ball and then it all falls away. So you don't want that to happen. So what an amazing reading, Sagittarius. I'm so excited. I'm so jealous. Mine was not like yours, let me tell you. So we're going to pull the Whispers of Love card, which is like a romance card. First for the single Sagittarian, and then for the Sagittarian in relationship, in a committed relationship. So here we go. What wonderful messages, blessings, and guidance do we have for the single Sagittarian? What wonderful messages and blessings to the Whispers of Love. That's it. Oh, this is interesting. Look at your pattern in relationships. It requires inner strength to recognize that you need to change or modify your behavior. This is about self-growth. It's about looking at the truth in the situation. It's about knowing your limitations, isn't it? Here, taking on too much responsibility. It's about really taking the time to look and own what you can. It's not about it's not about self-criticism. It's about what you can learn from it. Look at the patterns. Don't beat yourself up, just learn from it. It's important, because if you're in that, oh no, I've had clients where they're like, oh no, it's terrible. I said, take that out of the equation. Stop it. Look at it from an outside point of view. Look at it from a neutral aspect, as if you're looking at someone else and say, oh look, she did this. She could have really done that. She did that, but if she'd have done this, it might have turned out differently. So you can do that, you know. It's about constructive criticism, even to yourself. Now, let's pull a card for the Sagittarians in committed relationships. Let's see what we have here. Okay. What wonderful blessings and guidance do we have for Sagittarians in relationships? There it is. Love endures. Love does not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. So perhaps some of you are having a little challenging time. Don't give up. Love doesn't give up. This is saying stay in it. No matter what, you'll get through it and you'll be better for it. You could, by going through it together and not giving up, you will reach a deeper love. That's what kind of happens with people in those long-term relationships that never thought that there was an option to leave. People leave them too easily. I'm guilty of that too. So yes, this is saying stay the course, darling. Sagittarius, thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like this video, share it on your social media, comment and subscribe if you haven't already. Mwah, I love you all, and I'll see you next week. To inquire about or purchase any of Mary's services, please email Mary at liveinthesolution.com.